Hello everyone, my name is Tanya, and in this video, I will explain the applications of some fundamental accounting principles in real world financial reporting. The objective of this video is to show how principles like prudence, consistency, and accrual concept are applied in financial statements of two major companies, Tata Motors from India and Tesla internationally, following Indian accounting standards and IFRS guidelines respectively. Before we dive into the examples, let me first give you a quick overview of these three principles. First is accrual concept. Accrual concept is, according to this principle, revenue and expenses are recorded when they're earned or incurred, not when the cash is received or paid. This is a cornerstone of IFRS and Indian accounting standards, assuring that financial statements reflect a true financial position of the business. Second is consistency principle. Consistency principle states that it requires companies to apply the same accounting method, principle, or policy for one period to another. This will assure consistency, and consistency make financial statement comparable over time and increase transparency. It also helps making trends and performance easier to analyze. The third and the last concept for the day is prudence, which is also known as conservatism. Also called the conservatism principle, it states that the company should not overstate income or assets, but should recognize expenses and liabilities as soon as they are anticipated. This will assure the financial statements are not overly optimistic. This principle encourages caution and realistic assessment of financial positions as well. The relevance in financial reporting of these is its true and fair view. Second would be comparability and reliability. Third would be stakeholders trust. Again, the company which shows is Tata Motors from Indian perspective and Tesla from the international perspective. They both are from the automobile industry. Now moving on to the accrual concept in practice, we'll see both Tesla and Tata Motors how they practice these principles. All right. So Tata Motors revenue recognition under Indian Accounting Standards 115, Tata Motors recognize revenues when control of goods, example vehicles, is transferred to the customer irrespective of when payment is received. A revenue from the sale of vehicles and related component is recognized at the point of time when consumer obtains control of the sale. Now coming to Tesla, again revenue recognition. Tesla follows IFRS 15, recognizing automotive sales revenue when control is transferred, typically upon delivery to the customer. This assures revenue aligns with performance. Automotive sales revenue is recognized upon the transfer of control of the vehicle to the customer, which generally occurs at the time of delivery. These two statements, statement number this and statement number two, are taken directly from the reports of these companies. Now, consistency principle. Let's see what is it in practice. Taking Tata Motors first again, depreciation method as per Indian Accounting Standards 16, Tata Motors consistently applies a straight line method of depreciation on most of its property, plant, equipment, assuring comparability of assets utilization over time. This is again the extract from the annual report of those. Depreciation on property, plant, and equipment is calculated using a straight line method over the estimated useful lives of the asset. Now, Tesla, it's the revenue policy of those. Tesla maintains consistent application of its revenue recognition policies under IFRS 15 across reporting periods. This allows stakeholders to observe the true revenue trends without distortion from the policy changes. So again, this is an extract. Our policies from revenue recognition has been applied consistently for all period presented. So moving on to the next and the last point, prudence, which is also known as conservatism. Let's see how does it works in practice. So again, taking Tata Motors first, we are considering the doubtful debts of those in line with Indian Accounting Standard 37. Tata Motors creates provision from expected credit losses on its trade receivable. This assures that assets are not overstated and potential losses are recognized timely. Again, I have quoted the extract from where I took this from the report. Now, Tesla warranty obligation under IAS 37. Tesla meticulously estimates and recognizes provisions from warranty claims on vehicle sales. This conservative approach reflects potential future outflow and avoid overstating profitability. Again, this is the extract. Now, this is the balance sheet for prudence concept. This is the balance sheet for Tata Motors, and this is the balance sheet for the Tesla. Now, let's see what are the critical reflections. The first is transparency and trust. Principles assures clarity in financial statements, building confidence among the investors, stakeholders, and creditors. The second one is compliance and accountability. Adherence to standards is legally required, preventing regulatory penalties and fostering corporate responsibilities. The third one would be risk mitigation. Non-compliance lead to misstated financial performances, legal repercussions, and severe losses of market confidence. So this would be the conclusion of my video. That first we explored the principles, then we went to real world validations for them, then we understood what are the significance of it. Thank you so much.